Welcome to KBRFradio.com's Where to Drink. I'm Dave Bishop, joined Zakk Daniels and myself as we look back at past episodes of Where to Eat, and we show off some of the great cocktails that were made. Presented by Vergus 66, a convenience store with a whole lot more. That's on today's special edition of KBRFradio.com's Where to Drink. KBRFradio.com presents Where to Drink, a special edition of Where to Eat, presented as always by our good friends over at Vergus 66. Dave Bishop with Zakk Daniels, and we're going to take a look back at some of the places we've actually already been and talk a little bit about some of the drinks. I mean, obviously, Zakk, we've got New Year's. People are going to be going out having some beverages. Again, as always, drink responsibly, have a sober driver. But as we look back at some of the cool places we've been and some of the cool drinks we've had, we're going to kind of feature them on this holiday special of Where to Drink.
So yeah, Dave, in this first part, we take you way back to one of our first episodes, Union Avenue. And Jaden actually makes you
an April Spritzer. Apparently the summer was the summer of spritzers, and he said this was the big one. This is the one they used.
So let's look back at our first interview with the bartender at Union Avenue Bar and Eatery.
Dave Bishop with you, and we're with Jaden, one of the head bartenders here at
Union Avenue Bar and Eatery.
And one of the big changes that did take place between when it was Union Pizza and Union Avenue Bar and Eatery is it has a full bar now, and it has a full liquor menu. And what are some of the popular things that people come in for? Are they asking for the Moscow Mules, the martinis? What seems to be the big popular thing?
Yeah, well, since it's summer, I mean, the cocktail this summer is the Aperol Spritz, so our Spritz menu has definitely taken off, and we've had fun making that and selling that. And then obviously with our coffee shop, Toast breakfast spot being right next door, our espresso martini has been a huge hit. Fresh espresso coming right out of the machine, every single martini. So yeah, come on in for that. That'll get you right where you need to be.
Now, what's in those spritzers?
Well, you have 2 ounces of Aperol, 2 ounces of Prosecco, which is like a sparkling wine, and then we'll have 2 ounces of club soda. And I like to rim that with an orange. Top it off with some ice in a nice wine glass, and nice and refreshing. Great drink for the summertime.
Now, what is your go-to? If you want to, you get off work, you want to just relax, you want to make yourself one, what's your go-to?
Yeah, I'm going to take a bottle of Jameson and pour it neat.
Thanks, Jaden.
Yeah, thanks.
Zakk, it was good to see Jaden over at Union Avenue Bar and Eatery. And, well, we kind of advanced from talking to the drinks to actually reviewing them as well, as we were at Stella's Bistro and Wine Bar in downtown Battle Lake. And I had my first chance to try out a grapefruit gimlet.
Yeah.
See how that went. And we're behind the bar, behind Stella's. Joining me, Ryan. And Ryan, let's talk a little bit about some of the unique things about Stella's. Normally you think a bar and a restaurant, you gotta be thinking the top seller is gonna be a beer, but it's not here. It's actually the wine and cocktails.
Right. Yep, that's something unique. We do have a pretty extensive wine list, lots of whites and reds. And the cocktail list also is extensive, with the most popular being
Okay. Might have to try one of those later. And as you look at it, you've worked a long day, you've been up at the stage. What are you gonna do to relax? What's your go-to beverage?
Usually I look and see what we have the most of because I don't want to deplete our...
Spoken like a true owner.
But if I'm really going all out, I like just a little shot of scotch.
Well, a couple of things we talked to Ryan about, and that was the featured cocktail.
Yeah, what is that?
That is a grapefruit gimlet. I've never had a gimlet before, but I do like vodka, so we're gonna give this a try and see how it tastes.
What do you think?
That is very, very good. I will caution somebody, if you don't like grapefruit, you're not gonna like it, but if you're like myself and you really enjoy grapefruit, you're gonna really like it.
I love
It's got
grapefruit.
that nice little crisp flavor to it. And so I highly recommend it. Next time you're in Stella's, try the grapefruit gimlet.
So that was really enjoyable, taking a look back at our adventure at Stella's. And I gotta say, going to Spanky's, now that was an adventure. The experience was very nice, and we had an opportunity to talk with one of the owners. And he made you a mojito.
I never had a mojito. I've obviously heard of them. Fun to say, always fun to say. Yeah, my very first mojito, and it was enjoyable. Let's take a look.
All right, I'll make some more. Some sugar.
and check out the mojito.
Oh, minty goodness.
Very, very good. You can definitely taste the sugar. You definitely taste the mint and the lime in the mojito. I like it. I think it's very tasty.
Yeah, I would think mojito. When I think mojito, I think hot day, cold beverage.
Hot day, cold beverage. It's almost kind of like the almost a mint julep. You might be thinking Kentucky Derby. That was a great mojito, and they do a great job there. We went from Spanky's to Parallel 46. Dave did an amazing job. He made us not one, not two, but 3 different drinks to try, Zakk, including one that you had. It was made with egg white.
Let's check that out.
This episode of Where to Eat is presented by Virga 66, a convenience store with a whole lot more.
Alright guys, so this first cocktail we're going to be cracking into is my Far North Sour. So I've been featuring this one. It's kind of got some of those local spirits I mentioned. So for this one, I kind of like, you kind of have to balance some of those citrus flavors that go in there. And kind of as I mentioned, this egg white part kind of freaks some people out a little bit sometimes, but it's a fun way to, kind of spice up a drink and give it a really nice, good texture to it. So that's kind of why I have fun, kind of utilizing those different ingredients. And then we feature this Solvig gin, which is a local one, so they're from Hallock, Minnesota. And I just really enjoy kind of the local spirits, give them, kind of the respect that they deserve, because they have a lot of talent in what they do as well. So we added a little lemon juice in here, some grapefruit, and then a little bit of rosemary simple syrup to get a little sweetness to kind of counter that acidity. And then the thing with egg white drinks is you want to give it a nice dry shake, because that kind of allows those egg whites to foam up really nice for you and get that nice texture that we're looking for. Let's put it on there. Of course, you can't have a warm drink, so we're going to add a little bit of ice and chill that down before we serve it. And on the pour, you can kind of see that nice creaminess and that foam that starts to develop on the top. And then to have a little fun with it, I like to do a little kind of rose petal garnish to give it some color. And throw a little lemon twist on there to top it off. This one is I call it the Latitude 46. A little kind of twist on a Manhattan, which is kind of a common one that a lot of people have heard of. But so what we're going to use is some dry vermouth. And then we'll use some of this Rocknar rye whiskey to kind of feature some of those local distillers. Of course, can't have a whiskey drink without the good old Angostura bitters. And last but not least, we'll throw in some maraschino liqueur to sweeten it up a little bit. A nice good shake to get those ingredients all mixed together. Just pour the whole shaker in. Throw a little black cherry on there to garnish it. And that's our Latitude 46. Alright, and the last one I'll kind of be showcasing today. So this one has been a popular one. It's kind of been a favorite for a lot of our patrons that come in. It's a nice approachable one. So I like to use, it's this fun liqueur, it's called the Creme de Mure, so it's got some nice blackberry flavor to it. So do a little bit of that. Some Kettle One vodka, which is my personal go-to. And after that, we're going to throw in a little bit of basil simple syrup to kind of get some of that sweetness going. And last but not least, a little bit of lime juice. And again, a good hard shake. Pour that shaker in. I like to top it with a little soda to give it some of that nice effervescence and lightness that people seem to love. A couple straws and a lime to top it all off. And that's the Blackberry Basil Bramble, one of our favorites here at Parallel 46.
And Zakk, we're going to try some of the drinks that Dave made for us earlier today. I'm going to try the Blackberry Basil Bramble. That looked very interesting when we went. And Zakk, looks like you're going to try that Latitude 46. Yeah, we also have that Roseberry Bourbon Sour. We'll see who's lucky enough to try that one coming up as well. So we're going to try the Blackberry Basil Bramble to start off with. It reminds me of, it's kind of a weird callback to the 1980s. It's kind of a flavored water, but the blackberry one was my favorite.
Okay.
And it hasn't been around in like 30 years, but it kind of reminds me of that.
A little bit of a throwback.
A little bit of throwback, because as Dave mentioned, he put a little tonic water in there to top it off and kind of give it that little effervescence and the fizz.
All right, I'm going to give the Latitude 46 a taste. It's kind of a new take on an old classic.
Yeah, Dave said that's kind of like his version of the old fashioned, kind of freshening it up and just kind of doing a little.
Yeah, it's got kind of a bright taste to it. All right, now I'm going to give the Far North Sour, which is their featured drink today, a try. It looks like it has like an egg white foam. This one, I was pretty interested when he was making it. That's got some unique taste. It almost has like a peppery tone to it. That must be some of this
rose petal
foliage they got on here. That's different. That's unique. I think I like that better than the Latitude 46.
Really?
Yeah, it's really earthy. It's got a peppery, foamy. I like the foam too. That's really nice. So that was a really good experience going to Parallel 46. The owner, the bar manager, all super cool people, and the food was absolutely delicious. The beverages, it was very interesting to say the least. All right, moving on to Zen's Steak and Seafood. We had a unique opportunity to talk with Tom and Daniela. Daniela actually got behind the bar and made a couple beverages.
Yeah, I had a great conversation with her, and she served us up an old fashioned, which is one of the favorites, and another popular one, and that was the Jasmine Martini.
Let's check that out.
Right, so we're just making one of our bourbon old fashions with Buffalo Trace. That good and muddled. In there. Some ice, and we top it off with a little soda water. And there you got the old fashioned.
Nice.
So we're gonna make one of our jasmines here, get the glass chill, get a little Saint Germain. And then it gets white cranberry juice. A little splash of lemon juice in there, not too much. And a little simple syrup.
Where to Eat with KBRFradio.com, brought to you by Vergus 66.
And garnish that with a lemon. And you got our jasmine.
And as we started off, we're talking about some of the fancier drinks, and I'm gonna try out the Jasmine Martini. I love martinis, whether it be vodka, gin, absolutely love them. I guess it harkens back to my days of being a huge James Bond fan. So
Shaken or stirred?
Shaken, not stirred.
Yes.
But let's go with the Jasmine Martini. Very nice, very smooth, which is something you definitely want in a martini, especially most drinks. Sometimes it'll kind of hit you a little hard, get that a little harsh. This one, very smooth. The cranberry really evens everything out.
And I got a classic old fashioned, a very popular drink around here.
So how's the old fashioned?
Very nice, really classic taste. Very traditional, very classic. So if you like an old fashioned and you like good bourbon, can't go wrong.
And Zakk is really good to try out that Jasmine Martini. I love martinis, and make them a little special. It's kind of always fun too. After that, we went into Mild Stomping Grounds. Literally, I used to go here all the time and still do. It's a Shoreline restaurant in Battle Lake on the beautiful shores of West Battle Lake.
Yeah, the pancake breakfast, that was kind of an interesting thing.
I've never had bacon with a shot, but we gave it a shot.
All right, we're gonna start making one of our famous bloodies. We start off with a little bit of lime juice and then celery salt. Throw some ice in it. And we have awesome assortments of vodkas and whatnot, but usually we just do our rail. And we put a little bit of zigzag in it. We top it off with not some aromatic bitters, but we have a little bit of Worcestershire, and if you're feeling a little spicy, we can do a little bit of Tabasco. One more. And I have to put a meat stick, because what is a bloody without a meat stick? Top that on there with a little bit of asparagus. And there's your bloody. And if you're feeling like you wanted a little bloody buddy. And there you be.
So now we're gonna make the pancake breakfast shots. You start with 2 low ball cups. And in your first cup, you're going to put a ½ ounce of Jameson and a ½ ounce of butterscotch schnapps. I like to always pour my Jameson first, because for me, I think it tastes better. I don't know why, I just do. And then in your other glass, you will add orange juice. And then to top it off, you add a piece of bacon to your orange juice. And then you'll take your shot, chase your orange juice, eat your bacon. And that's a pancake breakfast.
Maybe move on to the drinks that the ladies made. And I'm really curious about the pancake breakfast and, of course, the Bloody Mary with a lot of things in it. So, I mean, you might be full by the time you're done with the Bloody Mary.
Yeah, it's definitely a snack, and with their Bloody Buddy, they call it.
Bloody Buddy.
So,
okay, let's, where do you want to start?
I think we should start with the pancake breakfast.
Okay, so we take this shot and then we chase it with the
Orange
juice and bacon.
Cheers, Dave.
Cheers.
This is why this is fun. That was delicious.
It was really good. Really good.
That didn't taste like a cocktail at all. That tasted like we just got done eating breakfast.
It was because technically we're still chewing on bacon, so that helps. But really good. The Jameson went down smooth with the butterscotch.
Totally.
Okay, so we tried the pancake breakfast, and yeah, it tastes very breakfasty. Mm-hmm. And speaking of breakfast, one of the big popular things that they have, especially they said in the morning, maybe you're out fishing late, want to roll on in, try a Bloody Mary. Let's give it a shot. Gonna move the asparagus.
Yeah, the whole salad with it. That's good.
That is good. You had a straw. I drank it from there, and they've got the celery salt on the.
I did not get the
rim?
the celery salt, but I like the spice in it.
Yeah, the Tabasco, the tomato setup that they use really good too.
And was that a cat beer bloody back?
Yeah,
Or the Bloody Buddy, they called it?
they call it the Bloody Buddy. My Bloody Buddy is, I don't want to say water, but it's Coors Light. So
Light beer?
the light beer. But very tasty. I mean, it's got everything in it. Obviously, you know, the meat stick.
Was the peppercini?
The peppercini. Meat stick's really good.
Spicy. Spicy.
Try out the.
I thought those weren't supposed to be spicy.
What?
The peppercini was a lie. Oh my God, that was way spicier than I expected it to be.
The meat.
I thought it was going to be like one of those sweet pickled peppers. Nope, that was like a cheater jalapeno. Oh, that's good. I like a little spice. Let's try this asparagus here. See, now that's about the spice I like. None.
It's not spicy.
Really? You just took that down?
No.
Oh my God.
Try it off the glass where you got the celery salt.
Oh yeah, that adds a little bit.
Yeah.
And the meat stick, one of those next.
Yeah, I gotta drink more so I can find the meat stick.
I buried mine.
Yeah, mine fell.
Oh, that's spot on, isn't it?
Yeah, meat stick's damn good.
Oh, that was really good.
Really good.
Very good.
And Zakk, obviously, the Bloody Mary, great. The pancake breakfast shot, great. Well, we got a special treat. It hasn't aired yet. It's going to air next Friday, and that is our trip to Hillbilly's Depot in Earhart, and we had one of their perfect margaritas. They make their own sour for the margaritas. It's homemade, and it's just a great way to top off your trip to Hillbilly's. And, well, let's head to Earhart next.
Yeah, let's check out that sneak peek on where to drink.
And Ron, we're behind the bar here. What do you see a lot of people coming in and ordering?
The cold beer. We bought the bar, Emily wanted to put in a bigger tap system.
Now, you mentioned you guys are making your own sour.
Yes, Emily started doing that. I think she's got it figured out. And it's a little bit nicer to have something a little fresh, homemade.
Sounds excellent. Well, we're looking forward to trying it. First off, let's talk a little bit about the margarita. I'm looking forward to it. I'm not a big margarita guy, but enjoy it every once in a while. I've been able to have tequila since I was a kid, but hey.
What'd you think, Dave?
Really good. I do like the sour that they make, that they put in with the margarita. You can definitely tell it is homemade, and it's got a lot of flavor to it. And Zakk, really looking forward to that one to drop next Friday on January 5th. As we head out to Earhart and see all of Hillbilly's Depot, the great food, and all the appetizers.
Woo. So, Dave, I want to let people know that we've kind of got a little surprise, and it's going to give you, the viewer, and the listener an opportunity to join Dave and I on an episode of Where to Eat.
Coming up, we're going to have a special contest. You go to KBRFradio.com, not now, but when we have the contest, let us know, what your favorite episode is, what kind of food you like, where you want to see us go next. One lucky viewer will get a chance to join Zakk and I on an episode of Where to Eat. I want to give a shout out to our big sponsor for every episode of Where to Eat, Burgess 66, a convenience store with a whole lot more. A big thanks to them for sponsoring our show.
Give us a like on Facebook. Comment, perhaps join the contest, and win a chance to join us on an episode of Where to Eat. That being said, keep your bellies rumbling, stay tuned for more, drink responsibly, and we'll show you where to drink.
Find out where to eat with Dave Bishop and Zakk Daniels on KBRFradio.com.